Hello everyone, this is Psy Soldier here, continuing with our Let's Play Dominions 4, Nazca, Rise of the Mummies. It is now winter in year 9 of the Ascension Wars. And as you can see here, we have summoned lots and lots of kings and banes. The worm that walks, we've also done Targon Gate. We've done no more here. We did Curse of Blood, let's see if we didn't find anything with no more. Uchu has cast Astral Projection, which means that he was there just to scry the province that we sent a horror to, right here. The Defiler of Dreams has showed up at this province. I don't know exactly how that went. They had a pretty good army here. But it was just something interesting for us to watch here. You have the Defiler of Dreams from Florian. He's got Void Sanity. Actually has damage reversal, so there's a chance that anyone harming him actually has the chance to have the damage reflected upon themselves. He causes unrest. He is teleporting. He's got Magic Power 1 and Storm Immunity. So let's go ahead and just watch this battle. Should be somewhat interesting anyways. So now he's already teleported out here. Oh, actually it looks like they're killing them quite nicely. Well, that was disappointing. They actually didn't do very much there. Maybe if I was to summon like 6 horrors in the province, I don't know. That would cost a ridiculous amount of astral pearls though. Alright, so we had a battle in Grainport. The King of Banefires has attacked there. Let's take a look at that. Once again, we sent the King of Banefires all by himself, as usual. Except this time he's casting Phoenix Pyre, so if he happens to die, he'll just reappear like that, actually. It's a good thing that we did cast Phoenix Pyre, because he did indeed die. So he's at 32 hit points now. If he dies again, he'll just reappear once more. So I'm actually quite happy that I scripted Phoenix Pyre in there, because otherwise we would have lost him just now. But because of the Phoenix Pyre, we haven't lost him, and instead we're going to kill all the enemies in this province. Looks like he's doing quite well for himself there. Alright, so he successfully wiped out everyone there. And apparently Pelagia has attacked us, where we had our Wraith Lords, and we have defeated them. And there was a battle in the depths of Dago. Looks like we lost about 21 Sapayas and about 17 Long Deads. And we killed quite a few of their troops. Just take a quick look at that. Let's see our big army. That's a mix of Long Dead and Sapayas. They're going to town, wiping out the enemy. So that's going to be pretty boring altogether. And apparently man has decided to attack us in Belfields. But we have a huge amount of province defense here. Not to mention apparently we have some Long Dead as well. And that's already over. And we have a battle in Witch Haven. Our forces have defeated the attacking force from man. That's another battle in which we have a lot of province defense. Apparently they've got some giants there. Forest giants from man. And they have some of these kidnids. They're some decent water troops there. They actually have recuperation and they have all 4. So you have to pass a morale check to be able to attack them. But we've got a sizable amount of province defense here, so altogether apparently we're going to win this battle. Oh yeah, I guess those archers are what's really winning the battle for us. These guys do have shields. It looks like they have decent protection, but I guess I have enough archers there that we're managing to kill enough of them to turn the tide of the battle. So I invested a ridiculous amount in province defense, but I have a ridiculous amount to spend. Actually, looking at this, I don't know how we managed to win this battle, because half of our forces are already retreating. Huh. Well, somehow we've won anyways. Looks like we just killed out their other forest giants. Our archers are still going to town on them. I guess, yeah, basically it's our archers that have won the battle. Yep, that did it. We're actually managing to kill quite a few of them as they attempt to retreat. If it hadn't been for those archers, we would have lost that. Alright, so we've also attacked Man at Sailor's Heaven. We have our Seraph there. It should be another interesting battle to watch. Nazca is attacking Man in Sailor's Heaven. So they have a fairly decent army here. So we've already cast Phoenix Pyre, so if our Seraph manages to die, he'll just reappear on the battlefield somewhere. But it's not likely that he's going to die because, for the most part, the enemy can't even attack. I guess these little clockwork horrors can actually attack because they should have about 50 morale. So, awe doesn't mean anything to them. But most of the human troops are not even able to attempt to attack. Except, of course, for the archers. So the Seraph's not really, just totally mopping the floor with the enemy like our King of Banefires does, but on the other hand, I think the Seraph has a fair bit more survivability. She's got invulnerability of 30, which is quite good. Alright, and we had a battle at the Fortress of Dovin. Our Wraith Lords have taken over that province. The Arcane Nexus has absorbed 214 Astral Pearls. We had some unexpected events. A couple sneaking enemies were found. And the fortification there is unharmed. So we're going to go ahead and send our Seraph to attack this big army right there. And let's take a look down here. We can throw some province defense in here. And let's go ahead and continue taking more province. So I guess we'll move down there and then work our way back up. And we've got all these guys here. Scroll down to the bottom so we can select all of them. We're not going to be able to take our Troll King, so we can go ahead and move into the water right there. And we'll continue taking provinces with Ebenezer and Soulwind. And we'll throw some province defense in there. Why not just go all out here? Let's just do 80. Okay, it looks like that, yeah, our horde that attacked the province might have done a little more than I thought. Maybe some of the enemies ran away, I don't know. So we're going to go ahead and send the King of Banefires across the water there to attack that next province. And we have a couple priests that are ready to construct some temples. We should have another priest over here that's ready. So we now have temples in pretty much all these provinces. And I wish that I had kept him up here, because I would be able to cross that water right now. Okay, so take a look here. Let's go ahead and summon some more Mound Kings, I do believe. Actually, before we do that, let's take a look at our Banes that we have just summoned and make sure that they can't go in the water. If they can go in the water, that might actually change our plan slightly. There are lots of werewolves there now. Alright, so here's our Banes. They can lead 120 of the undead. They've got pretty good protection, so they can be shot at by enemies. They've got 23 hit points. And they actually do heal up. So if we're attacking on land, the Banes are going to be superior. I probably really want to save my Mound Kings for attacking in the water. So we're going to go ahead and summon some more Mound Kings here, because these guys are going to be going in the water. We'll cast Ritual Spell and revive King several times. Don't have quite the reanimation going on over on this front that I do on the other. But I should still be able to supply. I think I just cast the wrong spell. I think I just did create Revenant. Oh, one of them may very well be creating a Revenant, which I don't want. But we'll live with it. If that happens, so be it. I've got a couple guys here that can start reanimating. I don't want them. Okay, so these guys can all reanimate. And let's go ahead and assign some troops to our Mound Kings down here. Yeah, I believe I have more than enough Long Dead being reanimated to keep them supplied. Even if Pelagia is wiping the floor with our Long Dead down under the water, I can just keep throwing them at them. They are disposable troops. I can probably summon more than enough every turn, pretty much, to just throw hordes of them at them, even if they all die. It won't be a big deal. Okay. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and give that Bane Lord some troops. I don't... Yeah, I'll give him some Long Dead... Oh, we have a Mound King that we missed. So where's that Bane Lord at? I'm going to send him up there to protect that front where the Seraph is at. Okay. Let's select all of our Mound Kings and send them into the water. Okay. They can move down there. We might successfully take out that, but then I'm guessing those guys are going to move in and wipe us out. Let's move him up here. There's these two guys. Apparently we're not recruiting right there. To correct that problem, we are recruiting there. And start recruiting there too. And if I'm not, I can recruit here too. We have some crystal sorceresses. The Pegasus Riders are actually kind of nice. They would actually potentially make decent companions for our Seraph Angel. Let's just start repeating recruitment on them just for the heck of it, because I have gold coming out of the wazoos. And maybe I'll send some of them up there to join the Seraph Angel. Alright, these guys. Let's check our research. Okay, I actually didn't complete research and construction because I switched those guys over to summoning, so I lost the research that I needed to complete construction magic there. But I'll have construction and evocation this next turn. I'm going to go ahead and have everyone here that is not researching start researching. Okay. That's probably it right there. So they can all start researching. Now let's take another look at research there. Yeah. Okay, we'll go ahead and assign some troops here. We still have hordes and hordes of Long Dead, even though I haven't been reanimating for a couple turns here. And I've got this guy with the Tartarans now. I should have left them with him, but they're not magic beings, so anybody that can command troops can actually command those things. It would be nice if they were actually amphibious, but they're not. I'm going to actually give them to one of these Banes that I've summoned. Alright. I'll give them to Worm Venom. Continue on. I think all the Mound Kings I'm going to send into the water from now on. And all the Banes are going to be attacking on land. At least until I take over all the water provinces. At that point, there's obviously no reason to continue sending the Mound Kings into the water. Okay. Let's give all the Tarsks to Eder the Bane. Let's go ahead and move them up to the front. And we'll set them to just, wait a second. They have a ranged attack, right? Dragon Gas, range 9, they have 6 ammo. So yeah, I'll just have them start firing, I guess. Fire at the closest enemy, I suppose. Alright. Continue assigning our troops here. This is where it starts to get sluggish. I have so many commanders leading so many different units here. It's getting a little slow. We'll go ahead and split them up shortly, though. Hello. We had some funky stuff happen with our screen for a second there. Don't know what that was about. We're actually under 10,000 in the garrison now. I believe it might actually help our performance some to switch over exclusively to the Banes. I suppose I could do Bane Lords, but that's a little expensive on the death gems. Even if I can just alchemize a tremendous amount. I think we're getting close to the bottom of the list now, though. Come on now. Yimmick the Bane. Pus Wound the Bane. And of course we have old Nightworm the Bane. And then who would forget old Wormwood? Good old Wormwood. And finally, but not least, we have Betagrath. Actually, Betagrath might be least. I don't even know that name. I think he's last. Yes. Finally, we made it to the end. Okay. So, once again, we scroll down to the bottom of the list here. So I can actually get all these guys. What's old Foulsley doing? Do I have a... yes, I do have a skull helm for him. I'll have to set him up in a second here. Give him some specific spells to cast. We're going to select all of our Mound Kings. Start sending them into the water. I guess they're going to join that force of guys they're attacking. Not you, I just want the Banes. Crap! Why did it just randomly select something else? Alright, I think that's all the Banes, I hope. Looks like they can actually move a pretty fair distance there. Alright, now we're going to select our werewolves. And we're going to have them start to summon allies. It looks like, thankfully, we already have most of the werewolves selected together. Okay. Summon allies. Thankfully, we only have to do that one time. And we're going to go into our army setup and find our good old Targon. And tell him to use the invulnerability spell. And Soul Drain. That should keep him in the fight a little longer. If I can scroll down here and actually find him. Eventually, we'll get to him. That would be the downside of moving all our commanders closer to the front line. Is that I have to deal with this mess. Takes forever to actually scroll down and find anything. Hi, jeez. We're like only halfway there. Come on now. We've got to be getting close. Please, for the love of God. I have too many commanders. Way too many commanders. This is ridiculous. Okay, I'm seeing some werewolves, so I've got to be getting pretty freaking close to our Targon Titan, I hope. Ah, we found him! If I had to do that over again, I would just send him out to another province and do this. So, we want to cast a specific spell here. We're going to start off with Invulnerability. And then, we are going to cast... I think Body Ethereal. Oh, wait. No, that's an astral spell. I guess we're going to do Mist Form. And perhaps Mirror Image. And then finally we'll go ahead and give him... Where is it? Soul Vortex. And finally we may do Air Shield. And then he's going to attack the closest enemy. Okay. Well, let's go down here and find him and then send him off to do battle. Let me see if I can have him and our other female Tartar in there. Perhaps take over some provinces down here. Can they both move all the way down there? Skip over this fortress? If they can skip that fortress, it would be nice. Come along now. Ah, yes, they can. Okay. So we have old Raider there. He's almost ready, so maybe I can move him there, move both of them down to this province, and then the three of them can attack that province the following turn. Maybe. I don't know, it's worth an idea. Okay, so this jerk here is still feeble-minded. I'm going to go ahead and give him the magic lamp, because he can't do jack diddly squat else. And I'll summon the Djinn. And our good old Pretender Sai, he is going to cast a wish again. Let's have him research. Alright, here he is. So we're going to cast a ritual spell, and we're going to wish for some more blood slaves. Now then, we're going to take all our guys that we empowered in fire last turn. Seemed like we had more than that. Did I only empower 4 of them? I'd have swore I empowered 5. I don't see any... Oh, yes, I did. Okay, so we have 5 commanders that were empowered in fire magic, and we're going to empower them up to fire 2. So that only cost us about 100 more gems. And after that, they will all be able to cast Phoenix Pyre, which will be a very nice spell for them to take into battle. Okay. We got these 2 guys here. Let's go ahead and alchemize some more death gems so we can summon a couple more Tartarans. Cast the ritual spell Tartaran Gate. And what else can we do? I've got Ebenezer here now. I guess I can have him summon some allies. So I'm actually summoning a fair amount of vampires per turn now, I do believe. I think I'm summoning quite a few ghosts as well. I'm not entirely sure that the ghosts are better than the Supayas. Okay, that would be a vampire. Actually, the vampires are improved upon from the old Dominions 3. So they are all immortal, and they are invulnerable, blunt resistant, and slash resistant. That's actually quite nice. How many of them do I have? I have 6 vampires right now. So I'll go ahead and give them to old Domex, the Vampire Lord. It's mildly interesting. It will be more interesting when I have about 100 of them. And when my dominion has spread further still. So you can see that my dominion has already taken root quite nicely all along the shore here. So I've got these guys building temples. I've got our old King of Banefires moving north. We're moving that army down there. I'm constructing a temple there. We're moving him back up north that way. We need to forge our unique item for the turn. I also need to take our guy that's been casting Divine Name and have him do that again. If I can find him. There he is. So we will cast the ritual spell Divine Name. Let's see if we can find another Targon Titan that is not suffering from afflictions. That one is, but those ones don't have much in the way of magic. How about the Cyclops? No. Let's see if any of the Cyclopses are good to go. Okay, so our second Cyclops there. The second one on the list. He is free from any afflictions. So he'll be good to go. And, tell you what, let's go ahead and start moving these worms that walk on upwards. We don't have a very good map movement, so what would actually be a better idea is to find our fairy queen that's summoning them. And can we actually, how far can she fly? Apparently not that far. I guess she can fly up to there. I'll start summoning these worms that can walk closer to the front lines, I do believe. The front line is actually moving quite a good bit away from right here, though. At least on land. I'll be taking over these provinces shortly. I guess they're already cut off from the rest of the nation of man. And I don't know, I may even start launching an attack against Ulm before too long. I'm not exactly afraid of Ulm. Okay, so yeah, we're moving her up there so that she can start summoning the worms that walk a little closer to the front lines. Let's have him research. And can this guy forge anything good? Not really. Let's take another look at old Faraglios and see if there was anything other good that he can forge. Again, not really. Can I empower him in blood magic again? Actually, yes, I can. So that'll pump him up to blood 3. That should be a decent amount. And And what else can we do here? I believe I'm actually going to start empowering one of my Wraith Lords in astral magic. Maybe even two of them. Actually, the other Wraith Lords are all going for fire magic. This is the only one, apparently, that still doesn't have fire magic. I'm actually considering empowering one of these worms that can walk in astral magic as well. Let's go ahead and do that. Astral and astral. So I should have plenty of astral gem income to continue to empower those two all the way up to whatever I want. Eventually, my plan is to have them start casting Wish, and we can have Sai do other more important things than casting Wish. Which, of course, Wish is pretty important. It's what's giving us about 250 blood slaves per turn. And this guy here. What did I want to do with him? I forgot what the Dream Horde did. Dream Horde will project nightmares and feed on emotional distress of its victims. Unrest will increase until the horror is found and slain. Yeah. Let's just send another horror, why not? Well, I'm already... Send the horror... Where... Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. What do I want to do here? What is a Shadow Imp? I don't care about that. Blood Feast? What does that do? Gruesome ritual. Feasts ritually purified. Blah blah. According to monsters, forces, population, the province. Guests reside, slaughtered in great quantities. The flesh and blood. They develop uncontrollable cravings for human flesh. Okay, so it just rejuvenates your caster. Which I don't think our Ether Lord really needs to be rejuvenated. I don't think he's exactly an old man. Essentially, there's not really anything great that he can do. Let's just send another horror. Apparently that's too far. Let's just have him research. I don't know. Okay. That'll do it. We're just going to start moving these guys north. At some point in time, I'm going to teleport all these guys up to the front line. I'm not going to bother moving them from one province to the next. We're just going to teleport straight to wherever we need to go. Maybe to, like, right here. I don't know. Then we'll start taking over Ulm with a bunch of Sapayas. Which won't be very long from now, because we have just about maxed out our research. So as soon as our research is maxed, that is what we're going to do. We're going to teleport them into a good province to just start wiping out the enemies. And we're going to be able to reanimate lots and lots and lots of Sapayas every turn. I think we're pretty much good to go for this turn too. I'm going to go ahead and move that guy down there. Well, we don't really have anything else that we need to do there. So, well, we do need to move these guys though. I guess that's one little thing that we almost missed. Let's go ahead and move them. Okay. Now I think we're good to go. So we're going to go ahead and end our turn here. And as always, if you enjoy our videos, I hope you'll like and subscribe. And we will see you again soon. Thank you very much.